This SG was called Paradoxical Periwinkle, but it certainly lives up to that name because look at this pickup combination set. You've got pole pieceless humbuckers having that solid cover, and then what looks like some sort of maybe a Firebird pickup in here. You can hide a lot under a solid cover, so let's verify. Yes, indeed, Firebird middle, then custom bucker Alnico 2 for the bridge, as well as the neck with the 3-volume one-tone setup, which yes, they did end up swapping out a knob so you had the correct labels. What would a custom bucker with a Firebird pickup sound like in combination? Because in the middle position, in theory, you could potentially run all three, depending on how they have that wired. Otherwise, we're just looking pretty slick with our golden hardware and the straight black ebony pickguard. And as far as custom colors go, I would say that's fairly attractive, as it appears to be a complete refinish, top, back, and sides. But then seeing the full body shot, it looks like this could be a color shifting effect finish. Because if you look closely at that headstock, it has a little bit more red to it. But maybe they just shot that area lighter. But I could just vaguely see that over here on the body, so maybe it's even cooler in person. A nice dark rosewood board, but man, those frets aren't looking so good. They need a polishing. It was only the purple ones that sold quick this week. We had a Purple Passion Platypus, which might sound silly, but they took one of the new Firebird models. Gave it that custom shop historic 64-65 look by throwing one of these Maestro Vibrolas on it. Gave you that new purple finish, capping off the existing stop bar studs. I don't know, needed a tiny custom-made plaque in my opinion, but then we get mini humbuckers rather than the Firebirds. But that white pickguard is rather striking against that light purple hue. And then I'm not confident on this, but it looks like they maybe mixed gold with chrome while doing this whole refinish, because look, strap button is chrome. If we come back over here, it appears they tried to age this part and make it chrome, or maybe it actually is, and they just mixed parts, because look at your knobs. You can't tell me it's not an intentional gold and chrome thing now, because those are different toppers. That's similar to how Gibson did their rose gold treatment. Because sure enough, same thing on our tuners, golden bodies, chrome tips. And to me, it looks like they gave some sort of a metallic paint job to your headstock, even though it's still a darker hue. Oh, and once again, check, golden chrome. Not sure how much this was, but it went quick. This next 59 reissue was called Sugar Honey. You could say it's an unintentional tribute to Ace, having the double cream pickups, but I think that's just on everyone's mind right now. I suppose now that I think about it, isn't it Joe Perry that has something more similar to this? That's just a fantastic top, and the double creams really bring out all the waviness. That's a pretty cool reissue. But oh, hold the phone. It's been refretted? It was looking like that, but no, I can see the fret nibs now. It's the originals. And it has more of a dark cherry back rather than the aniline dyes. Oh wow, in fact, it's got more of a fade finish on the back of the neck. They did not give you any type of discount here though. It's the same price as brand new $6,700. I see that selling eventually. However, what's up with the saddles? If that's intonated properly, not so sure about that. Next we have the Gem Rolled 68 reissue of a Les Paul Custom. Looks pretty nice. It's just all green everywhere. I would say your big selling feature of this one is the nickel hardware, or maybe chrome. It's always hard for me to tell unless I can see them side by side. If you were asking me, it looks like it's chrome up here and then nickel hardware. So maybe it's an intentional mix match there, but you have a little bit of a shiny metallic green. Looks like potentially a small color shift effect to it, but with so much green, we better have a black stinger. Yep, that was a very smart move, Mod Collection guys. Although, I wish they would have taken a bit more time to make that cereal look better. But ouch, they stole your custom shop case. Getting the prices down a little bit with a Gibson USA. It was named the Vivid Blue Pearl. Nice metallic blue top with the natural back and edge. It's like one of the Sparkle Top Blue Deluxe, except for a little bit of a deeper blue and not quite as sparkly. Building upon the custom color series, I would love to see a limited run of top finishes. Call it alternate reality gold tops or something. Have a blue, have a green, have a silver, maybe even a pink. And then just have this nice natural back. Not too dark, not too light. Maybe they could have dark backs and light backs. I think that'd be something that would get people to break out the old pocketbooks. But until then, we can just wait for the Mod Collection to do stuff. Next, we've got a little bit of Chocolate Flame. This particular chocolatey red finish, it kind of hides the flame a bit too much, at least in the stock photos. But maybe in person it's even better, but you got those cool witch hat knobs, uncovered pickups, and you get the matching figuring on the back with a slight bursted job. But how about the neck? Well, at least it appears they had to refinish finish it. I'm not sure if we get the bursts or not. From what I can see, I don't think so, but it's more than they usually do for these. I can appreciate good macro photography. However, I'm not really sure what is this trying to show us. I think someone was just getting artsy-fartsy. Speaking of our top series, Saharan Simmer, pretty much exactly what I was talking about. This time it's just a dirty gold copper color. Everything else being the same as that blue. And this one bears a 2025 serial number. Believe it or not, this year's almost already over. We're in the home stretch. But there we go. These frets are looking a little better. Our next one is Amazing Arrange. I'm not a big fan of blue and orange together, but remember, you can always change these knobs, put them on an Ibanez gem or something where they might look cool. You can swap out the pickup rings if it's not your style, and then you're basically just left with a satin back gloss top orange that also fits into that proposed series I was talking about. But they threw some Moto backplates here and do not appear to have changed much else. But you know, if they're really gonna do the blue and orange, or at least commit to the bit, this should have been a blue Gibson logo and a blue switch tip. Maybe that would have been too much. Because I really do like those knobs. It's a cool idea. I'm just not sure about the color scheme. If you buy this though, make sure you orange and blue splatter paint your case. Next is the Atlantean Abyss. Satin flat red back with a flat blue burst. If you watch my show, you know you can polish these up real quick into a semi-gloss if that's more your style. But I do find myself liking this. Maybe that's a way Gibson could go. The current day faded standards, they just don't really interest me that much because they're such boring basic colors. They're the same as everything else. If they made them stand out a little bit more like this, maybe then they could get more buyers. Or at least do a limited edition series. This is quite fun and playful, even though it's a fairly mundane top, but potentially hiding some fun. Like there is some sparkle in there. That's all the ones I saw out of the mod collection this week. However, if you notice I miss one, feel free to send an email, like James over here. He claims I missed 2 last week, consisting of lavender frosted lava. Looks like cotton candy to me, especially with those backplates. But they gave it the golden hardware, blacked out knobs, no pick guard. Oh man, yeah, that's the exact same kind of finish that we saw over on Berries and Cream Les Paul. That pearlescent purple over pink, and that fretboard matches beautifully. I can see why this one sold quick enough for me not to see it. And this one's called Sea Whisper Shadow, and it's currently available, so I don't know why I missed it. Maybe because it just blends in. It's zebra bobbin pickups, dark green hue, black back. It's nice, but as far as the mod collection goes, nothing too crazy. Check out the Gibson demo shop. This is their second week being back up and running. Our first week that we've got to talk about them in the past couple of months. What stood out to me was this 50 standard in ebony, not because of the color or anything else, but because of our demo stamp. Very crooked. Then we also had this Bourbon Burst 60 standard with a sizable chip out of the finish out of the top. This Les Paul Supreme just has a fantastic top. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of them like this. The reason why this looks so different is whoever was painting this particular day went a little bit lighter on the bordered edge. Like, you can see what it's supposed to look like over here, a little bit thicker, but they just didn't do that over there. I would love to see more of them like that, especially with this grade of figured top. That's nice. The dark walnut color is I believe a .com exclusive on the SG standards. It's either that or it's a different dealer. It's just nice to see them, you know, with normal photos. They had one of those junior double cuts, but they had slightly modified it with our knobs as well as our tuners. One of those beautiful root beer golden hardware standards. It's one of the few times you can actually get a discount on a .com exclusive like that. Those are quite nice. We had reviewed one, but then our last one is this Les Paul Jr. with a strange photo set right there, but they gave you that chrome P90 pickup cover, which makes it look unique. But stopping over to the EU mod collection, it's possible they took a break this week or I just missed them all, but I did not see any new ones. Nor did I see a post by Germany Gibson Instagram, because if they upload, they typically post a couple of photos over there. So all right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this week, and we'll catch you tomorrow on the next one. Take care.